Okay, one last item that I want to mention, and this is something I really wanted to approach from a creative standpoint, and that is focusing on software for artists and writers. We don't have a lot of money, as a general
You don't
rule.
say.
As a general rule. So, when we find a really good piece of freeware, it is our duty to tell everyone else about it. And so that's what I want to start doing on some of these creative spots for the Hero C podcast. Elements of tech that can help bring everyone's level of product and artwork up to a better standard. I hate to tell y'all, tech is around to stay. It's not.
You don't say.
Yeah, exactly. So what I want to start with is something that's going to help a lot of letterers out there. Letterers, in my opinion, get the raw end of the stick when it comes to comic book art.
Oh, you don't think tracers do?
I'm going to beat you. Where's my stick? I want a stick.
There's a flashlight there.
No, that's a club. I'll get the salt and battery for that. I can at least get rid of the stick. A tracer? No, I can't. I have to step myself up, because in this program, Inkscape, which does digital tech, it replaces a version of Illustrator from Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator. Inkscape does use the term digital tracer. So feel vindicated over there, all you want. I don't care. I'll get off my high horse, my soapbox, because I think inking a page old school is not tracing it.
That's true. That's true. You know, when you're using inks, you're inking.
Yes.
But when you're going over something digitally, how can it be inked?
It's tracing. Yes, I'm willing to concede. I'm conceding on this one point, this one time. When I ink with my Pentel brush pen that I imported from Japan at $20 a pop, each cartridge is $6 of replacement, I do a little more than trace.
No, I agree.
So, if anyone wants to argue with me on that, we can go roundabout with that.
Yeah, I only...
Kaiju Battle for everybody. Big monster fight scenes.
I only said it because it irritates you. Lettering?
Yes, thank you. About to get into the squirrel combat here.
I have flesh-eating squirrels.
Cannibalistic. Okay, this program, Inkscape, which is a freeware program that I recommend. Not only does it replace the costly Adobe Illustrator, you can utilize it for inking and special effects on pages digitally.
Really?
Yeah. It's, in fact, I will say this. I did copy, and I'll use that word freely, a description of the program so that I can best describe this to you. I'm not taking ownership of this material. I'm just reading it straight off what I got. Inkscape is a free and open source vector graphics editor. It can create or edit vector graphics such as illustrations, diagrams, line art, charts, logos, and even complex paintings. Inkscape's primary vector graphics format is a scalable vector graphics version 1.1. That means that you can import small size and create a vector and change it without it depixelating. So no more visions of the BMP or the JPG screw up because you copied it at this and you needed this, small to large. That is an awesome scalable vector piece of this program.
And that's actually what I've been looking for work, and I just can't afford Adobe Digital.
That's why I found this. I thought you might have use of this particular program, my friend. And I'll tell you,
that dither is just... Oh.
I hate the dither. Depixelation is pathetic. But live and learn. Just to give some people some background to Inkscape, it was developed starting in 2003, but as of March 2015, however, this version 1.0 wasn't released. It has been released. 1.1 has been released in the meantime. But the cool thing about it is Inkscape can render the primitive vector shapes already existing. So again, you can render what you've got and change the size without changing the DPI, or the dots per inch. Okay, so you don't have to ruin pixels when you create a vector. And that's important when it comes to these programs, for people who aren't aware of that.
I wasn't aware of that. I just go in there and do things. I don't know what I'm doing. I just do them. People ask me to teach them. Can you teach me to use Photoshop or Microworks? No, I don't know what I'm doing.
I just do it. I don't know what I'm doing. I just do it.
I do it. Do it.
You sound like the mob.
Do
just
it.
told him we do it.
Just do it.
Yo, Will, go do it, you know? Well, here's that phrase that I hate. It supports image tracing, enabling the editor to create vector graphics from photos and other raster sources, which means BMPs. You can take a BMP photo, it creates a vector out of it without ever changing the quality. So you can enlarge it or shrink it. So I think that's why you need this program.
Yeah.
But you need this program even more because it's free.
Well, you know what? I'm going to download it as soon as we're done here because I was working on stuff for work and I was just getting pixels and pixels and...
Well, I thought you might be working on a project, so I wanted to make sure that I had the actual site downloaded. They actually have a website, their own page, for the constant upgrades. You're constantly getting free source, and other people are increasing the efficiency of the program, adding things to it as a freeware. So, always check back. Don't ever assume that this is the only version. They may have added plugins, may have added features, you know, which is amazing to me because...
But they're, you know, still calling you Tracer.
Yeah, well, I'll deal with it because I'm actually, you know, lettering on this thing.
What do you want?
Pretty
It's free.
Sweet. Exactly. Hey, all my text objects can be transformed, line spacing, letter spacing, word spacing, the kerning, the vertical shift. I can write upside down, sideways, everything, change everything. I'm happy with my special effects now.
Who calls italics obliques? I thought that was a muscle group.
It is a muscle group, but that's also a typography term.
Oh.
And if our friend Jermaine Webb ever heard you dissing the typography world, he would come up and scream so loud that it might, you know, basically neuter your cats.
They're already neutered.
Wow, he's already hit. Okay, everybody, here's where you get the actual program. https://inkscape, INKSCAPE.org/EN/.
Do you still have to use HTTPS?
It does because there's no www set up in there. This is a file function as basically an overload. Now, if you go to your browser like Firefox, it'll automatically put the HTTPS, the Hypertext Protocol.
Okay, that's the reason I don't use HTTPS.
But not
I don't use www.
You see, not everybody uses
the good stuff.
The Fox. You know, sometimes they want you to show you the Fox. Okay.
What does the Fox say?
Don't. Exactly.
You know, at work, I update the computers at work, and I've been adding Firefox and Chrome, and I've been taking away the Internet Explorer icon from the computers.
Yes.
And people were like, where's the Internet?
Where's my Internet?
It's right there. You can use either one of those two. Well, I want the E. No, you can use those. No, I want the E.
Give me an E. Give me an E. No, this is not.
I pulled up the Internet Explorer for them. And then before I shut down the computers the other day, I went in and deleted the Internet Explorer icon again and changed the Firefox icon to the Internet Explorer icon.
You gave him an E!
So when they click on the Internet Explorer icon, it brings up Firefox. Because damn it, you're not using Explorer on my computers.
Brought to you by the letter E. Wow. Subterfuge much?
Yeah, a lot.